the idea that you can practice to find positive moments and it will become easier to find those positive moments is really something I'd love you for you guys to take out of this because it might feel weird at first. It might feel, like a little bit forced, but if we use little moments on a daily basis to practice that, when you're hit with a big moment, when the bus comes in and hits you with some real actual hard shit, you're prepared.
Hey, everybody. We've had some of the most incredible guests coming to you these past couple of months. The amount of expertise and knowledge on these cutting edge topics is something we really hope that you enjoy. And if you do, it would make a huge difference to us if you could rate, review, and subscribe the podcast. It helps us to get more guests, better experts, and talk about all of the things that are really important to you. So give us a love, give us a lot of love, and don't forget to subscribe so you get all our new episodes.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the Thick Thighs Save Lives podcast. I'm Kelsey.
Hey, Kelsey, I'm Rachel, and I'm feeling so
Good.
grateful today. You know how some days you just have to talk yourself into the fact that you're feeling grateful? See, this is what I really want to hit on with this podcast. Okay. It's Thanksgiving week, and we're all being told that, there's lots to be grateful for. And sometimes you just feel like reacting to that with punching someone right in the face. No, just me?
Some of us feel that way. I feel like we can, like everyone can come at it from their different angles.
Thank you for leaving space for me on this day to do that. But here's what I really want to talk about with this podcast is A, there is always something to be grateful for. And two, uh, see how I did that? Um,
However you wanna list things, okay.
and two, being grateful is not a personality trait that people are born with. It is a skill, it is a muscle. You have to flex it. It is not a natural thing. And if it doesn't come naturally to you, it does not mean that you have to give up on the whole idea. Because this week and every week, we are going to show you what the science of gratitude can literally do for your brainwaves and how it can just affect everything that you do and touch and are involved with. And this week is a great week to talk about it, but I'd really love if we could carry this into all of the year.
Whole years, all the years. So here's the thing that I'd like to acknowledge around gratitude. There's no doubt in anyone's mind that practicing gratitude on a daily basis is going to improve your life. It 100% will. And it's only going to benefit you and the people around you. So full stop there is that like this practice will only help you and everyone that comes in contact with you. However, I'd love to leave space for things that are difficult. And this isn't a wash over everything in your life, saying like none of these other things that are hard and difficult and are challenging for you. It's not that none of those matter because you have to be grateful. There is this thing called balance that we have in our life where we can acknowledge that some things are hard and challenging for us. And we can also acknowledge, because both of these things live at the same time, that we have a lot to be grateful for and that we should shine a light on those things as well and not have to put either of those out to pasture.
You mean it's not just one or the other?
it's, it's certainly
So,
not.
in that spirit, let's start with this. One thing you're grateful for, and one petty little grievance that you are unsubscribing to forever. Go. We're practicing balance here.
I know, but people I know listen to this podcast.
Oh. Oh. Um,
A difficult thing, and some of them are on the podcast.
it's me.
I'm just kidding.
Sure. Sure you are. That's very convincing. Um, One thing you're grateful for and one really petty thing. Let's do it. Let's have our therapy session right out here on
We're gonna
the
hit it. We're gonna hit it
Okay,
hard right now.
hit it then.
Okay, one thing that I am grateful for, and I really, I am gonna say this thing that I know that a lot of people are like, "Oh, okay, Kelsey." Um, this year is my first gonna be my first year with my son, and that's something that's just, like, incredibly, like, exciting. I have a new member of my family, like, a new humans on this earth, and
Last Thanksgiving, he was in the belly.
he was on the inside. And I feel really lucky that both of my kids have grandparents that are available for them during this Thanksgiving, and I kind of wanted to shine light on that because I know that a lot listen, in-laws, family, it all comes with challenges because we're all different complicated human beings who are entering in every one of our relationships with past experiences and trauma and like a whole baggage that comes through the door with us. So I want to acknowledge that at the same time, if we don't enjoy these people while they are here standing in front of us, we're going to fucking miss it. Your kids are only going to be whatever age they are this year once. Your grandparent, no, these aren't my grandparents, their grandparents, my parents, are not gonna be here forever, and I feel so incredibly lucky that they are here all this year and that they get to spend time with my kids at this age and that they are all relatively healthy. That's just something that cannot go overlooked.
Good one. Good
Thank you.
answer.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good answer. Alright, do you want me to do mine or you wanna
Okay,
do
yeah, you
yours
wanna do yours?
unsubscribe? No, it doesn't matter. We can I mean,
Hit it. What you thankful for, girl?
I feel grateful for, and this is just like I'm just picking a random thing. This doesn't mean again, this doesn't mean we're not grateful for other things. We're just picking one thing. There's a lot of rules with
This world of
gratitude.
it, yeah, but that's just like a thing when you're like, "I like apples," and everyone's like, "Why are you so mad at oranges?" You're like,
Does
"Okay."
I like them too.
They're
Um,
cornstarch.
they give me canker sores. All right. So one thing that I am grateful for is how far science and research has come in the area of neurodivergency. I have um, a full circle kind of moment with my son is great graduated from Brain Balance, and he has gotten his best report card ever, and he is involved with an executive functioning coach, and I just feel so lucky that science and research and psychology has come to a place where I can really understand a neurodivergent brain and help to serve that brain rather than constantly work against it
Yeah.
and create this like giant um argumentative tone all of the time just from lack of understanding. And I know that there are so many people that grew up in an environment where neurodivergency was not appreciated. It was not even recognized really, and it certainly wasn't understood. So I'm just feeling really, really grateful for the amount of resources that I have to be able to enhance all of the wonderful things about neurodivergency that comes with my son, and then also be able to help him in some of the struggles that kind of brings to the table, and how we can bridge that gap between my brain and his brain and how they both work. And I'm feeling really grateful about that.
Man, I love the hey, right now, I love a good shout out to science
Hey,
because
science.
because, oh, man, we're in
Still
a
here in your corner.
weird space. You're
We're
in
in a
your
weird
corner.
place.
Like, we're in a
We've been
weird
here. We've been here for
space.
years. Just cheering you on,
Just
science.
cheering you on and being able to recognize that and utilize the tools because if you search out some tools, there's so many amazing things. And just like, on behalf of a lot of people who grew up in a way that was like, "Everything is wrong with you. Every way you move is wrong. Every way you think is wrong. Every way you speak is wrong." And you're like, "I
Are
don't
you
fit
sure?
into this world," right?
Yeah.
Like, it's such a hard message for a growing brain to just be like, hide all of your questions and yourself essentially because everything
Yourself.
about you is wrong and subpar essentially. And it's just like it just makes me feel so hopeful for a next generation of neurodivergent kids to grow up in a world where, like, people understand that we don't have the same brains, they're working differently, and they both have so many strengths to offer this world if we stop trying to contort them into something that they're not.
This is so like you to
Huh.
just be like, "Oh, I'm gonna also be grateful for your thing." If somebody else came along and gave another thing, you'd be like, I just have been thinking about how I'm also grateful for
Listen,
that."
I'll tell
No
you this
shortage
I'll
of
tell you this much.
gratitude.
I am definitely a person that errs towards gratitude and just like but this is a practice skill
That's a flexed
100%.
muscle.
That's a
That's
flexed
not
muscle. Yeah. We're like
a born
my
trait.
my partner calls it like, "I'm gonna Kelsey this." And then he goes like, "You just got Kelsey'd, bitch." Like, because, like, I'll be like, "Well, there's opportunity here," but that's a growth mindset, and that's, like, when you've practiced a growth mindset, when you've practiced gratitude, because both of those things are working together, you tend to just, like, gravitate towards that more often than not. That's why I think it's such an important, like, we have this holiday surrounding gratitude, and this is your opportunity to flex some of those muscles and figure out how that works for you in your daily life with your daily experiences. With that
Yeah.
being said, I'll tell you what I'm gonna unsubscribe to.
All right, do it. Hit the unsubscribe button.
Okay. I am unsubscribing to situations that make me uncomfortable where I stay silent. I am unsubscribing. So I'm no longer participating in this I will make everyone else comfortable over my own comfort because death by a thousand paper cuts. I'm not willing to sacrifice my values, my ideas, my how I feel as a person impacting this world in order to keep others comfortable. And I had like a situation recently where that like came out and I just kind of like was like, "Oh, I don't wanna make everyone uncomfortable." And, like, I've decided, yes, I do. Like, I've decided, yes, I do. If it's not me making you uncomfortable, if what you have said has caused me to be uncomfortable, what I'm not willing to do is sacrifice my comfort for anyone else.
Love that. I
Unsubscribe.
You know what? Can I also can I be I'm coming on
I'm gonna
yours too.
piggyback on that.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna do that too. Although I'm very, I'm pretty practiced in that that's a flexed muscle for me, but I do wanna just say to anyone who's working on flexing that muscle, rehearsal is a great tool. Like, I find myself doing the best when I rehearse, like, how I will react if someone makes me feel uncomfortable so that I can not get, like, all in the moment and then afterward go, "Stupid, stupid. I shoulda
Because
said
sometimes you're
this. I shoulda
unprepared.
said this." Yes.
That
And
happened to me, I was unprepared, but when I went to the next thing, I was prepared.
just let's hear it for rehearsal.
Yeah. I was like, "Oh, we're gonna practice this, you're on." You know what I mean? Because
Mhm.
sometimes when you're caught off guard, you're on a back step and you're like, "I don't know how to come back here," and then there's too much time has
And then it's
passed.
too late, and then
Yeah.
yeah. No, I totally get that, and that's why I'm saying, like, I've always, used that because I've been caught off guard before, and I said, like, "I'm never doing that again." Okay, I'm unsubscribing. Mine's very different. I'm unsubscribing from the idea that, like, cooking has some sort of morality around the holidays. I'm just gonna
Let's
say
go.
that any meal
Cheers.
any meal that I'm responsible for, providing to a big giant group of people, I'm gonna purchase it from people who are chefs and do that for a living, and I am not going to feel any type of way about the fact that I am any less of a woman because I didn't, like, cook a turkey. I have a big, giant middle finger for you because I do other things well, and I don't enjoy cooking. It's not that, like, I am, like, opposed to it. It's that I've tried it, and I don't enjoy it.
I'm in my 30s, I've tried it.
Well, I'm in my 40s, and I
Oh, yeah.
know for a fact that I don't enjoy cooking. I've gave it a chance, and if it's not enjoyable for me and, it's going to be easier, more convenient, and just probably as no, let's be honest, more delicious if I sub it out to someone who can do it better and enjoys it, then that's what I'm gonna do. And anybody who said, like, "Did you make this?" "No, I didn't," and good for me. I have other talents.
I supported the people who did make this, and,
Yeah,
I think that they really needed my support around
they're
this
really good
time
at
of
it.
year, and they're really good at it, so I would just love to give a shout out to them. I just feel like this, like, quick call to this millennials, because it really is you guys, like, that all this stuff has been passed down from us of like you are a good mother if you do blah 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 blah. And you are a good like house runner, I don't even know, if you or like you host good Thanksgivings if you make all of your things from scratch and you stretch and you stress out for days ahead of time and like all of these things that come with like this whole martyrdom syndrome. And
I
what
know for a
really
fact that there have been years where mom has got up at 4 a.m.
I
to
know
put a
yep.
turkey in. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I mean, if you enjoy that and that's an
Listen,
enjoyable thing, I'm here clapping. But if you don't, then, like, what are we doing?
then what are we doing? Like, if that brings you joy and for a lot of people who are like my bakers, my cooks, whatever, they find a lot of joy in making a meal for someone and watching them eat it and enjoy it, and, like, that brings them a lot of joy, and I'm clapping for you too, but the
Mhm.
idea that I have to be you is not gonna it's not serving either of us because my idea of, like, that connection, maybe the same joy that you feel when you watch someone eat something that you've prepared for them, I feel the same joy when I'm spending time with them, not over the stove and getting to, like, sit with the people that I'm having these moments with. Like, that for me, that's where I'm bringing my same joy. So it's not one is better than the other, but, like, can we acknowledge that both of those things exist? Neither one of them is better than the other, and, like, let's just all do what actually serves us and our household and makes us happy in these moments because, like, they don't all look the same. I wanted to do this thing too. It's like, how do you get to the gym? And I wanna just show my laundry. That's how I sacrifice my laundry.
It's just a
Like,
pie. It's
it's
just a pie.
like
Mine's not bigger.
and then my crock
Mhm.
pot and the dishes in the sink.
Mhm.
The massive dishes in the sink, like, don't have this thing built up in your mind of all these other people. "Oh, she gets her laundry done, she makes it to the gym, her bed's probably made, and she cleans her house, and, like, this perfect per" like, no. No. Cut it out
Cut
because
it
you
out.
don't know what happens in people's houses, and I wanna show you my laundry.
Or maybe it would be too scary. But either way, don't think that someone is including something without sacrificing something. And that's
100%.
always the way. It's a pie. Speaking of pie,
Baking a pie.
it's a big week. And it is I just want to acknowledge the chaos that sometimes comes with the, start of the holiday season. Family, food, travel, emotional load, school breaks, kids are home. There's hosting, there's pressure, there's family members
There's
that
politics.
uh, there's family members that might not always align with you. It's listen,
Poor
it's
people.
real,
Yeah,
and when we say that we're gonna talk about gratitude, it is not, again, to ignore that any of those things or to bowl over them with like, "But I'm so grateful." Like, not at all. We're gonna talk about real actual gratitude, and that is a messy gratitude. That is, everything is not even close to perfect gratitude, and we're gonna be grateful anyways. And so the first thing I wanna do is just acknowledge that this is a tough time of year in a lot of ways, but it also lends itself to this incredible time to sort of stop and be reminded of gratitude. And so that's what we really wanted to do with this podcast is both acknowledge that it's wild out there
Yeah.
and also that every single bit of it is your life, and there is something to be taken from every single experience in a way that you can say like, "Wow, I'm really out here. I'm really doing the thing." Um, can we start off with a little bit of science?
Well, yes. I just wanted to acknowledge one thing about what you said for this being like a hard time for a lot of people.
Mm,
And I just want to kind of like insert some ideas around like if this year might look different for you than previous years. I just want to like throw this idea out there. Year to year, everything is never going to look the same. And that is the beautiful evolution of the human experience. And if you continue to, and this happens just in our lives, if we continue to hold on to our past selves so tightly, and if we continue to hold on to like what isn't here so tightly, you're going to miss what actually is. And you're going to miss like what's new and beautiful about whatever season that you're in, because there is something beautiful about the season that you're in. And it has to be different. If we all continue to grave over why it's not the same, we're missing our whole life.
oh, man. That's a really hard reminder, and it's also a really good one, especially for people who might be missing someone important to them this holiday season, or, something is different that is kind of making it feel, "This isn't my
This isn't
regular
what I picture. I think
this isn't
so
what I"
many of
yeah,
us
mhm.
so many of us suffer from this picture that we've created of our lives that doesn't reflect what it is, and it always suffers in comparison when you're missing the beauty of what is. You know what I'm saying?
I really do. I want to, I wanna just back this up with some science. I know our listeners, and I know you type A's. You you want me to prove this to you, don't you, that this is gonna serve you in some way. So, I'm going to prove it that this practice is I mean, Kelsey started off with, like, "This is undisputed. This is 100% gonna improve your life," and it is, but I wanna back that up with the fact that
More than me saying it? Okay, well,
I
fine.
mean, I believe
I
you.
thought we were just taking my word for it, but it's
I
cool.
believe you.
Let's back it up with some real science.
Gratitude, I think a lot of people think of as a feeling, and it's actually a neurological event. And I have done so much study of the brain and how it fires and how it wires and all of the things in the past couple years. And the thing that is really, really interesting to me is that wire together, fire together idea. And the fact, and this is why we opened with with that gratitude is not a personality trait. It is a muscle. It's the way the brain works is when there are paths that are constantly traveled, they are the least caloric expenditure for your brain. It is like think of it like you're going on a hike, and there is a really, really beaten path, and then there's one you'd need a machete to get through. Your brain is gonna take the beaten path 10 times out of 10 because it is trying to expend the least amount of calories necessary because it's trying to keep you alive, ultimately. That's the ultimate goal. So, what we want to do then is create beaten paths that serve us. And gratitude is no different. It is a neurological event that releases dopamine, serotonin. These are mood regulator chemicals, but it also wires neurons together to create pathways. And the more that the pathways are traveled, the easier your brain will go to them. And this is why we call people like, uh, oh, she's just an optimist. Actually, she has fired the 2 neurons that are involved in her thinking of a growth mindset or thinking of challenges as not setbacks, but opportunities. She's just fired that neurological path so many times that her brain defaults to it. And that is why this is at work. This is work at first. However, the more you do it, the more natural it becomes. And if you take opportunities like, Thanksgiving, the week of the holidays starting, or Christmas or whatever, to start firing some of these neurons together, it might feel a little weird at first, but after a certain amount of time, it is going to be your default. And all of a sudden, you are going to find it easier and easier to see gratitude in every situation. We interrupt this podcast for the chaos that is Black Wednesday.
Shh, it's the chaos.
Black Wednesday is here, my friends, and the sales at CVG are so wild. I don't know if we will ever top this Black Wednesday. It's amazing. $25 leggings, you guys.
Listen, this is the time of year to stock up on your leggings because these are the ones you need. You can get blacklisted for $25. You can get knockout for $25. Like, there are so many different options, but these are only while supplies last. We also have a ton of new products dropping. So you can get fleece line sweatshirts, match your fleece line leggings. I just have to quick call out for the fleece line leggings because the black fleece line are 20% off. They're getting low, and also get your Christmas leggings. I know I said a lot of things there, but like, these are your must-haves.
Guys, I just want to make sure we're all clear on what's happening. There's a zip up, and the inside of it
is a hug.
Is fleece from top to bottom. It's like the full arms. Like, no, we're not cutting it off like at the pitties. Like, no, it's the full arms,
you said
the
pitties
full
on
body.
Podcast.
I did. Is that weird? The hood, like everything, you guys, it's fully lined in the most comfortable, cozy fleece that you would ever like. If you don't have one of these, I'm telling you, your winter is going to be shit.
But here's the thing. I live in South Florida, and I have one of these, and my mother showed up at my house today with a fleece line sweatshirt in South Florida. What I'm telling you is anyone with anxiety, you get your fleece lined, you put it on, and you just have your hug. And that is what it is. So check out all of our sales. Check out all of the amazing products happening right now for Black starting on Wednesday. All Black Friday sales are starting on Wednesday. So get your wish list. Head over to constantlyvariedgear.com.
There's free gifts too. Free gifts.
There's free gifts.
Bye.
It's just the idea that you can practice to find positive moments, and it will become easier to find those positive moments, is really something I'd love for you guys to take out of this, because it might feel weird at first. It might feel like a little bit forced. But the reality is, we're not asking you to feel grateful for things that you don't. You know what I mean? Like, it's actually finding the things that you are grateful for that exist in there, and it will become easier to find those things over time. And I know sometimes when we're faced with really challenging moments, it can feel just impossible to find the gratitude in there, and that's the time that you need it the most, is when we're put under strain, when we're put under these hard moments where, like, we have to find something good to hold on to, but it's really difficult in those moments. And I just, like, like, obviously death always comes too, because that's the ultimate. And I think that the last time, we experienced a death in our family around, it was just before this last year, and I was saying, "Well, oh my goodness, wasn't it so great, like, you had your grandma for all of these years?" Like, that is, like, but those are really hard moments, right? But your brain can just go and identify that is a real death is really hard, undoubtedly. But there is so much positive to a lifelong lived with fulfilling moments that just had, like, that's not forever, right? Like, there was so much life in between, and there's so much joy and laughter and good things to hold on to that we don't need to just miss all of that just for, like, it had to end, right? So it will become easier. Guys, I just promise you this. Science says it. But if we use little moments on a daily basis to practice that, when you're hit with a big moment, when the bus comes in and hits you with some real actual hard shit, you're you're prepared.
So,
I want
not
you to be prepared.
only so this is why we practice it on small things, and I think that people underestimate the power of small things, but actually, studies show that small gratitudes fire the same neural mechanisms as huge ones. It's the same pathways. So whether you're saying, "Oh, man, my coffee is the perfect temperature right now,"
Mm.
or whether you're saying, "Oh my god, I'm so happy my kids are
Why am I
healthy."
drinking coffee still?
Oh, you shouldn't be. I that's okay. It's gonna be a bad day.
Beep, beep, beep,
Um,
beep.
but those are firing the same neurological pathways. So don't nothing is too small, in other words. Nothing is
No.
too small.
But that's why we talk about when Rachel and I we've mentioned this in the podcast before when it comes to your workouts and like, I have to work out today. I have to go to the gym today. Though that language, this is something that a lot of us are practicing multiple times a week. And if that is your language, that's a problem. That's an easy switch. I get to work out today. I have the opportunity to work out today. I have the opportunity to move my body well. And I think that so many of us, and this is a health and fitness podcast, so I have to say this part. Um, so many of us who have taken a long time off from the gym or have difficulty coming back or we're measuring where we once were. We've had life events, an injury, having a baby. Like, I am a shell if I'm comparing to the fitness version of me before, but I'm so thankful to be able to move my body on a daily basis. I'm so thankful to get to the gym when I'm able to. It is not even close to 5 days a week. When I had a sick baby, I didn't go at all, and I didn't approach that with a bunch of shame, like slinking into the gym like, "Hey, guys, haven't been showing up." Like, no, because the thing is I'm glad I got here today. I chose I made a conscious choice. There was someone else to watch my baby, but he was sick, and you know what? I just wasn't gonna do it. Like, I had the opportunity to come back and know that I'm gonna be sore, and it's gonna be kind of, like, not an ideal workout, but I'm getting to move. So, like, instead of listing all the things that are not going well or are subpar to where I wanna be, I'm gonna list all of the reasons why I'm thankful to be able to move my body today.
That is a great segue into our gratitude. It is a health and fitness podcast, and I did want to, if you're having, first of all, if you're having a hard time finding something, your things are really, really tough right now, and you're thinking to yourself, "I'm having a really hard time with something that I'm grateful for." I just want to, number one, tell you that science says that it doesn't matter if it's past or present. So if you're really, really struggling right now with something, your brain doesn't know the difference between remembering a past gratitude or a gratitude that's happening in this current moment. So, same neurological pathways, same chemicals released. So feel free to be grateful about any period of any time. It all works. And the other thing that I really wanted to
I love
mention.
that too for, like, the end of, like, things for people can feel, like, really sad, but you're grateful for the time you had with someone or, like, you're grateful for that relationship, what it taught you. You know what I mean? Like, like, to think back to those times, like, you can be like, "I'm grateful for that time that I did have with this person." And,
Well,
like,
and it has that replay effect in your brain where your brain is not able to distinguish. Remember when we were talking about, I think we were talking about in a different podcast, we were talking about how, when you make catastrophic events or future telling
yeah.
events in your head, your brain can't always tell the difference between if it's real or imagined stress. Same thing. It works for and against you
Yeah.
because it doesn't
Let's make
realize
it work for us.
Ay. It it doesn't realize if you're replaying gratitude or currently experiencing it. It's just
Mm,
gonna fire the same good chemicals. But on the side of fitness, I did really want to point out, I think you made a great point about being so thankful and grateful about just being able to be there. However often that is, however much the workout sucks or how it doesn't look like it did 5 years ago or whatever. I also wanted on the side of fitness to just remind everybody that you don't have to love everything about your body
yeah.
in order to appreciate what it does for you.
Jeez. Like, I don't know,
We
we've
don't
come such a weird thing that, like, all of the worth that we're judging things on is, like, how it looks and not the incredible things that it has done for you. Like,
Well, I think that where it gets like people get
crazy.
in this toxic positivity kind of
Yeah.
mindset with gratitude on their body and fitness is they think that they have to be at some end point or happy with the way that it looks physically in order to be grateful for it. And I just want to separate those two things out and say, like, we're not toxic positivitying and saying, I love my body. I love everything about the way it looks. It's perfect. Like, I love the skin that I'm in. Like, okay, no, it doesn't have to be that way. You can
You
say,
could love
I
that
have
too.
improvements to make. I want to make improvements. I am not currently at the fitness or the body fat or the I'm not able to currently run the 5K time that I want. That's all good. Or even aesthetic things, like, I don't like the way my belly looks. That is okay. That does not mean that you are not grateful for the fact that your body moves in a way that you tell it to move. They can be 2 totally different things, and we do not have to be happy or content or loving our body in order to still be grateful for what it does on a daily basis. Just wanted to separate those 2 things.
Or just that it's carried you through this, like, amazing life so far. Like, just look at the things that you have overcome. I mean, you've overcome 100% of all your bad days. So
So
the
far,
thing is
so
so
far so
far
good.
so
You're at
you're at
100%.
a really good percentage, better than every baseball player ever. So you're at a real good percentage. So, like, but your body not and it's not just, like, physical things, like, your body holds on to stress, like, everything that you've gone to, like, your body has carried you through all of those things, and sometimes it has scars to show it, and it's all, like, part of this acknowledgement that you are together. Like, this beautiful life, you're not carried through without your vessel, so
You're doing it in your vessel. I also just wanted to mention, and this is not woo woo, this is science.
no
Uh,
woo-woo.
Gratitude like boosts motivation, adherence to workout programs, and resilience. Those are
For
facts.
sure.
So if
You don't
nothing,
wanna do things where you're feeling negative about him, like, like, that's just, like, you don't wanna do that.
if you can't think of any other reason to show gratitude to your current level of fitness and your body, then at the very least, just know that if you do it, it will motivate you to fitness and keep working hard and be more resilient and it will motivate you. So, if nothing else, there's that. Um, I wanted to ask you if you had a moment where in fitness or just like with your body this year that had surprised you, um, where you sort of were a full stop, and it can be like a negative experience or a positive experience, but I just wanted to see if you had any examples of times this year where you were, like, with your fitness and your body where you were like, "Whoa."
Whoa. Yeah, I think so the thing that I want to say about what my body a moment that my body surprised me this year is I am genuinely daily in awe of women's bodies because the fact that during this year, I was pregnant, all of my organs moved, like, grew a human, brought that human into this world, and then, like, sustained that human with my body. I know that, like, and everyone's postpartum is so different, and, that's, like, totally I'm here and I'm acknowledging that, but I had never been more in awe of my body in just in, like, a full stop type of way, and this is, like, goes beyond any fitness thing that I've ever done. I've just been like, "Whoa, this is incredible." And in turn, that kind of, like, thought process really just kind of, like, steered me away from picking apart the aesthetic things that I was, like, unhappy with or that I lost or that I could really focus on because I couldn't help but just be, like, in total awe of, like, you grew a human. Like, and then you recovered from the, like, growing a human and then
You're
fed
still
the
here.
human. And it's like, "Oh my god, that's crazy." Like, I still don't even understand how it happened. So, like, I go around, I do this, I go to the grocery store and I just, like, see other moms, and I'm just like, "Okay, like, you're a goddess." Like, genuinely,
Secret
like,
it's like a s yeah,
I
secret
just, like, see
secret
them and I'm
goddess
like,
club.
"You are just like a goddess, like, how have you been walking around us this whole time?" You know what I mean? Like, any moms, I'm just, like, so in awe, and then during it's been, like, a lot of moments for me, but, like, during this, like, postpartum period where I've been, like, not able to consistently get to the gym and on such low sleep and feeling like, I'm not gonna lift that much, my body is still healing, all of these things, and then seeing, like, what it can still do, I've been like, like, cool, like, it's not like, then when the doubt sisters come in with the comparison to the other person, it's like, "Yeah, but she didn't do the thing."
Mm,
Like, your organs moved.
yeah.
Like, all of that, like, subsides because you say, like, "No, like a grown human." So,
I am so happy that you were able to share that, and I think it's a really good reminder for any of the moms out there that, like, "Whoa, you're just a goddess among us, and we don't deserve you."
seriously,
Um,
a new mom came into the gym and I was like, "Hi, goddess." She was like, "I haven't been able to work out yet." I was like, "Huh?" I was like, "Hi, you get that baby's alive, wow." I was like, "What are we talking about here? Like, how's your nights?" Like, but is there a moment your body surprised you this year?
uh, I guess, one of the things that I've been thinking a lot about is just, like, um, the deterioration of a body and that there's, things that you can do at certain points that are more difficult to do at other points. And as a good millennial 40-year-old does, I started playing pickleball because that's very I have plants.
I have
I play
plants, I
pickleball.
have pickleball.
I haven't started my
I
journey
have
in bread
mugs.
making, but, I don't have any sourdough babies, but I told you earlier in the podcast, I don't like to cook, so, uh, I y you
You
know,
go in one of 2 directions. You go sourdough babies or you go pickleball.
I went
You don't go
pickleball.
both if you have a job.
A lot of the people that I play with are in different stages of life. Pickleball brings in all kinds of different ages. It's very
Listen, you'll get your ass
accessible.
kicked by those old people.
Yeah, I already have. Um,
Humbling.
but it's
I'm
got
like,
me.
"Did a 90-year-old man just beat me in pickleball?"
Damn
I'm
it.
gonna go.
Well, I I'm trying to have a good time, and this 90-year-old guy with 3 knee sleeves, and, like, I it's just but this is what I've been thinking of. I've been thinking of, these amazing people that are moving extremely well and are making this a priority, and I've just been thinking and they, of course, think I'm so young, and, they look at me and the way I can move with jealousy, and I know that one day I will do that as well, and it's just got me thinking a lot about, um, longevity and the importance of it and how I want to be them. I wanna
Yeah.
be beating my 40-year-old ass
Yeah.
when I'm 85, and I just that's a really important thing to me, so yeah, I don't know, I've just been thinking about that with regards to my body and, like, what I want in the long term from it. Um, I didn't want to end that segment without also making sure that we have some kind of gratitude for our health on the radar. Um, Good labs, stable hormones, decent energy levels, good sleep, these things don't get celebrated, but they are all reasons to really, really be grateful. When you have a good night of sleep, I mean, I know I don't wanna tease you or anything or make you feel bad, but, like, I mean, that's
No, it's true.
really,
Honestly, like, my previous self, whoever said I'm tired, like, like, in my mind, sometimes I go back in time and I punch her in the face.
right in the face.
I
Kick your
like,
teeth out. You
when
don't even know what tired is.
Matt said he was in a meeting with someone who said, like, "Oh, I'm just so tired," and he was like like 26, not a care in the world. Like, what? You were watching shows?
But I think these things fly under the radar. Like, as far as gratitude, we think that they have to have these major health milestones. But the good labs are a
Yeah.
reason to be grateful every day when you wake up, just saying to yourself like, wow, I've really got my blood sugar under control and it's not an issue for me. And um
The thing
these
about that is, like, every time we have health scares, that perspective
mm,
resets, and I hope and the same thing happens with, like, m major events, and then we're thankful for the time that we remember, "Oh, we should be thankful for the people that were here when they're here." It's like these major things happen, and then we look back at them and we're thankful for them, and I just wanna get ahead of that, like, instead of being thankful for our health only at major health scares, maybe we could be thankful for our health on an ongoing basis. And that's going to look and feel differently for everyone. And you can look at different pieces of like your health and how you're feeling every day, or just like pull out different. I had some really good energy levels today, or I'm just like thankful that I can go for walks right now, or that I have some good labs. They don't have any major health conditions going on. Like those things are so important to acknowledge, not just when there's this major event, and the same thing for people. We don't just be like when we no longer have people, then we realized we go, "Well, I should have been thankful for them when we're there." This is your moment. This is your moment right now to reevaluate all of that and say, like, "I'm thankful for the people in my life. I'm thank because 'cause they're not gonna be here forever. My health is pretty good." Like, do your checklist of all of those things without the major event of having to, like, reevaluate it.
and the best thing about it is that science shows that when you run those pathways of gratitude for, small health wins, you are more motivated to make that a priority in your everyday life. So, when you are constantly reminding yourself that having good labs right now is something that's really important and you're really grateful for, all of a sudden, your food choices reflect that. Your ability to motivate yourself to get in to do some exercise is reflected on that. It's all one big thing that churns together, and it really can start with gratitude, which is like, the whole that's the whole point. That's the whole point.
Well, that
Um,
just, like, dives right into the, like, Thanksgiving mindset,
mm,
though, of, like, we this is a hard time of year to reevaluate some of the language that we're using around food guilt, around we're talking about, like, food equals morality, and just kind of the hard things that we've kind of tradition's great. Let's leave those. Like, let's leave those behind because this is not something that we are going to connect morality to. You're not good or bad on Thanksgiving for having broccoli and not pie or however that worked out because, like, I don't even connect those. Like,
Both.
but
Why not both?
why not both? Like, it's just one of those moments where undoubtedly someone else who is still healing their relationship is going to project that. We're not gonna let it derail us. We're not going to let it kind of, like, insert itself onto your whole day of, like, questioning, like, "Am I bad because I had pie?" No, you're not. I'm here to tell you this is gonna be your inner voice. You're gonna go into some of these moments armed with this inner voice from Kelsey and Rachel of
Sorry
food
about
isn't
my voice.
sorry about my voice. Food is not morality. You're not good or bad for choosing either of those. We are not, like, talking about things that are on people's plates and then telling them if they are good or bad based on that. Like, especially call for this with children. They're going to hear even if you're not saying it to them, they hear you talking about you, okay? That is the most important thing. You ever been around a 3-year-old? They everything that comes out of your mouth, you're gonna hear it the next
Mhm.
day.
Yep.
And the what you don't want them to hear is, "I have to go on a diet after this. I'm so bad for eating pie." All of these things, "Oh, I'm gonna have to run 5 miles after this to work off all the things that I just ate." No, you don't. If we wanna go for a walk after our big Thanksgiving meal, it's because we have the opportunity to go for a walk together. We're not walking off anything we just ate.
You know you weren't gonna get through a
You weren't gonna get
Thanksgiving podcast without us saying, "Eat the damn pie," and, this goes the whole way, okay? Because
no,
it starts a season. Thanksgiving is the start of a season
for
that
sure.
has all kinds of different food choices than we're used to, nostalgia, comfort food, there are traditions, and all of these things need to be thought of in just the same way that you think of Tuesday night's dinner. It doesn't matter any more than what you did last Thursday, okay? There is no morality. We're not being good or bad. We're just enjoying this time. And if that means 2 slices of pie, then that's what it means. And
I just feel like we all have something more important to talk about.
yes, we do.
Like, when we're together, do you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like there's so much more important things to talk about than what I'm gonna eat right now, so, like, the
I'm just gonna shit
what
it
the hell is
out.
going on over
I'm
here?
just gonna shit it out later. You wanna talk about that too?
Like,
Um,
find something else to say. We could Google some, like, other topics. Like, maybe
alright.
you bring a list of other topics to your
Oh,
dinner? I don't know, like, if so that you say, like, "Hey, you know what? Instead, let's chat about how I'm awesome."
no, you know what I love is the holiday games. Remember, did we do that was
Yes.
that last year's? But, like, the little, like,
I'm excited
you
about
need,
holiday
like,
games.
almost nothing for these. They're, like, minute to win it, and, like, you just need, like, "Oh, this one requires some paper towels." Like, usually things you have on hand. Play some games with your family, laugh. Like,
You know what?
sometimes that's
The
the best
other,
medicine.
the guest we recently had on, because I asked her about this, like, how do we, like, get like deep in the conversations with the people around us to like go beyond like just our bodies and what we look like and like because it's just so much oh beautiful blah 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 it's like so much about physical appearance. It's like there's so many more important things I want to talk to y'all about and I want to get there. And she was like, we bring questions to our events like this and it starts out like really easy, like, if you could be someone, past or present, and it's like, who would it be? And you get to just kinda, like, play things like that, and then it goes to, like, maybe some deeper things, like, what's your biggest fear? What's your biggest regret? Like, things like that where I'm like, "Now we're talking. I wanna hear this shit." Like
Just a shout out to that they have, that multiple companies have come out with cards. I've seen them for couples. I've seen them for how to talk to your like things to talk to your kids about at the dinner table. I've seen them for like family events, like lighter things where you can like,
I'm
and
bringing
they're
the family
just
events one to ours.
yeah, they're just like you said, just little prompts that are like, they can be as deep or not as deep as you want them to be. Like, would you rathers almost. Like, and these are just, yeah, we don't need to talk about what's on anyone's plate, how much anyone is weighing right now.
Yeah.
And if anyone's lost,
Irrelevant.
irrelevant.
Hey, you.
Thanks for getting in touch with the Thick Thighs Save Lives podcast.
We love your questions and adore hearing from you.
Leave us a hello,
A burning question,
feedback.
or anything else you want to share with us on the podcast.
We will play your message live on air if we can.
Thanks for being an amazing friend. Stay safe and moving.
And lastly, I just want to really acknowledge the fact that gratitude does not mean pretending everything is fine. There are a lot of reasons why things may not be fine for you in your life right now, and that we're not denying any of those and we're not plowing over them with gratitude. It is not a one or the other. It is not a I'm either happy or I'm sad. The human experience is so much more messy than that, and thank God for that because like it's I don't know. I wouldn't want it any other way, right? Like, who wants to be stuck in either happiness or sadness for extended amounts of time? We
That's
get to
Stepford shit.
be Yeah, we get to be all the things within, like, 30 seconds. Like, we can do all of the things, and I just want to remind everybody that if your life is looking really messy right now, or there are some really hard things, that does not mean that gratitude has no place for you right now. We can get down to the smallest, most minute events to draw gratitude from. If it's like a warm shower in the morning,
100%.
take that minute. If it's just like a sunny day, you know, I just want to remind everybody that gratitude isn't something that we do as a result of what is happening around us. It is
Yeah.
something that we do within our own selves and then take to the things that are happening around us. So if there are things that are out of your control right now and it's feeling really big, you can be really grateful for like your most comfortable shirt. And that
Yeah.
works.
Yeah. Yeah. Your most comfortable shirt, that friend that you can call and talk to about anything, your bed at the end of the day. I don't know.
Oh,
That's one that like
yes.
I like I like talk to my partner and I'm like, "You thinking about getting in the bed?" And he's like, I am. I just can't wait to get in there and like just oh,
But
oh
taking that
man.
minute when you get
Mhm.
in to just be like, I'm
Yeah.
really feeling grateful
Because
for this."
sometimes when you're getting through bedtime routine and people are going in different directions of meltdowns and baths and books, and you can't find the jammies or something, like, it gets weird, and then you're like, "Well, at least I got my bed after this." Like
That's practicing gratitude. Something small as that. I think people think like, you gotta be like a monk and you need a handbook and like there's a lot of like tea involved or it just saying to yourself when things are hard, yeah, but I got bed after this.
My bed
My
after
bed's
this.
waiting. That is practicing gratitude.
So
So,
true.
nothing is too big or too small. And I just want to really emphasize the nothing is too small part because there's always something. And again, those neurons that are going to fire are going to wire. And then when there is a big thing, it is going to
You
be your
ready.
knee jerk reaction rather than, something that you read about once in a book that you really would like to have as your personality trait. All right. In closing, here's our Thanksgiving hot takes. Do you agree or disagree? I made these. My Thanksgiving hot takes say agree, disagree. Turkey is mid.
Who are you, a Gen Zer?
Listen, I have to stay with the times.
Listen, Rachel hates turkey, fun fact. Like, she
I
doesn't
hate it.
even eat it. Like,
I hate it.
you wanna know if anyone's judging her plate? It's got the mashed potatoes, but it doesn't have any turkey. I really like turkey. So I like my meats, but
Okay,
okay,
feel
it's
free to
mid.
disagree. You're wrong, but just
Okay,
feel free to
disagree. But
disagree.
also, like, if it wasn't turkey there and you said, like, "Oh, it's gonna be prime rib," I'm like, "Yeah." Is there all like, can we have a ham too? You know what
Oh
I mean?
my god.
I
Ew. How
like food. I love food so
even
much.
related? How did we
Oh
even
my god, it's so true. I, like, live for my protein meats, and Rachel does not she doesn't really eat meat. I'm outing you on this podcast. Rachel
It's
doesn't really
by
eat meat.
choice. I know. It's by choice, though. It's not I don't have, like,
I just go around eating
affliction.
chicken
Oh my
or, like,
god.
beef jerky.
Alright. How about this? Agree or disagree? The skin does not belong in mashed potatoes, ever, under any circumstances. They should not be chunky, and there should be no skin in there.
Oh.
Oh my god, we're divorcing. We're
I'm
divorcing.
really easy to please at meals. That's why, like, I feel like when everyone puts all this pressure on it and then they're like, "How is it?" I'm like, "It's really good." As long as it's not, like, literally, like, charred, I'm like, "It's nice." I don't notice, "Did you order it? Did you make it?" Like, I don't know. Like,
Well, I'm glad you're coming to my I'm glad we'll eat together. But really though, you dig into the mashed potatoes and the skin's in there and you're not feeling any type of way?
I'm not feeling any I'm like, "Oh, there's a little skin in here." Oh, sorry.
Agree or disagree? Football does not need to come on at all during that
Agree.
day.
Agree. I just
Like,
don't like, here's how I feel. I'm feeling very strongly about this one right now, is that, like, you're never gonna remember these games, and, like but you will remember your people there, and they will remember if you're glued to a screen. So, all I'm saying is we put this, like, emphasis on, like, football, fucking weird American thing.
so weird. So
And
weird.
it's just, like, it draws away from the things that are actually important. That's what I feel.
All right.
Does it need to come on? Absolutely not.
I'm not asking for agree or disagree on this because I know what the answer is. Stuffing carries the meal, okay? And don't put meat in it. Oh my god, don't put
The meat.
sausage.
My
No.
mom used to my mom, not yours, used to put the sausage in, and I was like, "Oh,
This is
sick."
my plea. This is my Mom, can you hear me? I don't want the sausage in there. It's
I love this
gross.
just let her take the sausage out and put it on my plate.
That's what I do every year. I make a little
But
pile.
don't you like it like, even if you don't wanna eat the sausage, like, isn't it nice tasting
No,
in there, just like the
no,
juices of the
no.
sausage? No? Okay, cool. Eat some protein, Rachel.
Last but not least, wait, did I already say that? Cranberry sauce?
Um,
Personality dependent. That's what I'm calling it.
I
You know
do
how
feel
I
that.
like my cranberry sauce? Tart as fuck. And you know
Yeah,
why? Because
you're
that's who
tart
I
as fuck.
am. Mhm.
It's
I bet
true.
you like yours sweet.
I don't, like, have to have cranberry sauce. I'm the worst Thanksgiving
Personality dependent. I could go either way. You have it? You
You
don't
have
have it?
some
See, I told you.
is it canned, is it
Cranberry
not
sauce
canned?
is
I don't care.
personality. Listen, I
I
told you.
know.
I knew.
You know what? This is kind of like a thing with me because, like, my partner said, like, "Kelsey, I don't know if there's any food that you actually don't like." And I'm like,
It's
"Well, I'm not
true.
like a trash can." And he's like, It's like, I could be like, "Hey, noodles or a prime rib," and you'd be like, "Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
sounds
is
good."
it both or is it just one?
Were you
Okay.
like,
Either
"Okay,
way.
cool." Chicken palm? Like, I don't care. But yeah, no, I definitely think that, cranberry sauce is a personality trait, so you in the comments, let us know what kind of cranberry are you, because I could go either way.
We know. Tart AF. You guys,
Mommy's cranberry sauce all year
absolutely
round.
oh my god. She is gonna become a cranberry. I think that it's really, really important this week and every week to let you guys know how much we love and appreciate you. We are so eternally grateful for the opportunity to have your friendships and to get to talk to you every week on this podcast. And I did not want to leave without a massive thank you and a huge shout out of gratitude to this community because you guys keep us going. You are our why and you inspire us every day. So we hope you have the most amazing holiday week and holiday season.
Mhm.
And keep in touch, sisters. We want to
Yeah.
support you and love you in every way that we can.
Yeah. Any way that you need support and we can do that for you or within the community, like, that's why we created this space for us all. Like, you don't have to suffer through any of this. Like, you can come to your girls and then be like, I need some ideas around this. Or, like, someone make me feel good about just ordering Thanksgiving. And we're going to be like, order,
Or
order.
don't wear a bra. Don't wear a bra. Whatever you need. I'm just saying I'm here for
Whatever
whatever
you.
you need, is what I'd say.
Mhm.
Love you
Okay,
guys.
guys, we love you.